Hi, good evening, fellow entrepreneurs. Before anything, hi YouTube. Okay. I guess the big question for most of us would be, what would be the next big business idea? Or what is the next big product that will click? I, on the other hand, think that any product or business idea will work and become successful as long as you have a clear understanding of the consumer. So, in my experience, choosing a product seemed to be the biggest hurdle of them all. I asked around. A friend of mine told me, hey, pare, pwede mo benta yung asawa ko? And another friend of mine said, dude, she's stressing me out. You can sell my girlfriend. And I thought the, the, the only backside to those business ideas would be, what if somebody wanted to buy another girlfriend or buy another wife? Where the hell would I get them, diba? So, I eventually got into burgers. I think it is something that I love. It is something that I feel I am knowledgeable about. It's something that I grew up with. So, hence, okay, I'm going to sell a burger without batting an eyelash. In a world wherein consumers like us, like you and me, are very accustomed to burgers, how would I stand out? How could I enter and claim a spot in this very saturated market? So I simply assumed that there are a lot of people who are like me. And if there are a lot of people who are like me, as long as I like the burger, most probably they'd also like the burger. So I went ahead doing something that I like. So the works, test kitchen, you buy your beef, you pick a good place where to get your meat, and then you try to mix it all up. You come up with a very nice, recipe. And then I was sure I wanted something about the burger. I wanted to taste the beef. Like you see all these advertisements, and they always claim it's 100% pure beef. Okay, I'm gonna come up and stick it up to the big players. I'm gonna come out with a burger wherein you can taste the beef. I want it very big. I want it charbroiled. And at the same time, I thought I've always been a cheese person. So without knowing that a lot of people have infused their burgers with mozzarella cheese and cheddar cheese, I went ahead and put in mozzarella and cheddar cheese, thinking I was the first guy who did it, even though I wasn't, and just went ahead with the idea. So sometimes it pays to be stubborn. And another 3 months were spent on tweaking the product, and 20 pounds later, there it was. I knew I had the best burger that I could come up with. So, okay, fine, I already have a burger. The next question was, how much will I sell this thing? So, without batting an eyelash, without crunching any numbers, I told myself, okay, I'm going to sell my burger at 150 bucks. Simply because I'd pay 150 bucks for it. And then, that's the only time wherein I worked the costing for it. And turns out, there's profit in it naman pala.
Baliktad.
So now I have a product, and then I know how much to sell it. The next question for me would be distribution. Where will I distribute my product? So, so I checked out, I heard Mercato Central was going to open. And I checked out the background of the organizers. So, I I found out that RJ was a brand guy from Procter and Gamble. He's got a TV show. He runs all sorts of things, and most probably this guy is smart. So I'm putting my money. I'm getting a very good teammate here. Then I checked out the next organizer. His name is Mr. Anton Diaz, and it turns out he is one of the most influential food bloggers. So might as well. This is a good go. And then the third guy who was part of the group was Mr. Gary Villanueva, and I heard a lot of good things about Creative Juice. So I didn't mind distributing or selling my burgers or pipeline for the corporate guys who are here, doing my pipeline here at Mercato Central. Why? It's a very sound decision. Since I know RJ would be able to bring in a lot of people who are willing to try out new things in this market, and that's an opportunity that I was looking for, a place wherein people would simply try a new burger, something new, something that they don't see every day. So might as well go with it. So I have a product, I know how much to sell it, I know where to sell it, but I didn't have a name. So one time, while I was in a dining area, my dad asks me, "So EJ, you're going to sell burgers. Imagine a 5'5" guy who weighs 220 pounds, and my dad's name is Bob." I told him, "Oh Dad, I'm going to call it Big Bob's Charcoal Grilled Burgers." And I guess for most of us here who have dads, uh, having that name Big Bob or having the name of your dad is simply synonymous with a burger. It works. And then, so I started with Mercato. The rest of it was simply making sure people could see me here in the market, making sure I was selling, presenting the burger, and cooking it in a way wherein while I'm cooking it, people could already they could somewhat taste the burger already. So since my time's almost up, I would like to share a lot more things to you guys. The one thing I can leave with you guys is that if you try to come up with a business idea or a business concept, try to make it yourself. Something that you really like. Be stubborn, be makulit. It's fine. Anyway, you don't have a boss who will be on your back foot the whole time. If you fail, alright, I'd simply come up with the next big idea. Alright. Thank you very much, everyone.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, let's get a bit more into what EJ's business has done here so far. I'm sure you've got some questions, but maybe one of them earlier asked me, when you start off new businesses like this one, where do you get the capital? Because usually, is it savings? And to be honest, do you go to your parents? Do you go to your relatives to help finance the first business? Because obviously, I want to make interest ka agad, diba? You're just starting off at wala kang collateral. So, EJ, can you help us out? Where did you start off financing for the business?
Alright, when I started out with Mercato Central, I didn't really have enough money, enough capital. I just had 20,000. Out of the 20,000, 10,000 I got from my grandparents, and then 10,000 I blackmailed my sister into giving me the money. And out of the 20,000, 8,000 went straight to RJ and Anton.
Thank you, thank you.
And then I bought the rest for stocks. I simply borrowed things from the kitchen. The first day I went here, I didn't have enough money to pay for the parking lot. It's a good thing I was able to sell some burgers that day.
And then also, EJ, another thing that maybe that you can share with us also is that it's a market of about 70 vendors all here at the same time. And burgers might seem like an almost ubiquitous product because so many people have burgers. How do you make yourself stand out, particularly from a visual standpoint or a marketing standpoint here in a